What is up, guys? Welcome to the second game of our best of 3 match for 3v3 SCPH Broodwar Remastered Edition, and spawning on the lag. Our blue spawning as the blue pieces. Now the away team, we see here 11 o'clock position Notski and his teammates Marks PH at the 12 o'clock position, and Moss Green, um, Rusty Nail 925. And for the red team, RRD Bad Trip in the 9 o'clock position. We can see here, pain in the ass, almost the MVP, but suddenly lost his base on the first game. And another Protoss as the BGH Shield. So we have two Protoss and a Terran. So we can see the strategies spawning at this position right now. Scouting by Notski, Marks PH, and Rusty Nail forward. So they RRD Notski spotting the first expansion, the yellow expansion from legit shields, yellow Protoss encampment. As you can see, pink Protoss Bad Trip scouting the lower right to see if there is a base there. Like Rusty Nail, they won't find the base sooner than later. So if Rusty Nail scouts this position, they'll be limiting the areas to be scouted. And as you can see, Bad Trip doesn't see any base here at the moment. Gateway already being produced. So our Zerg going for the more standard gas and pool. So for this one, we also have a good macro setup. I think it's a 9 pool or over pool. Same to our Rusty Nail with a gas and pool and gas setup. So now we can see that the area is more open than the first game that we saw a while ago. So pinging the red here. So they want to attack this 12 o'clock position. So now probe scout being sent 2 at a time. That would be a damage to the economic setup of our Protoss. But I think that's 2 different probes. Yeah, I thought it just one probe from a teammate, but this is from the pink and this is from the yellow. So now all of our players know where the positions of their opponents are. Zerglings trying to run by and sneak from this scouting probe, but unfortunately it will be spotted. Another set of 6 lings, 12 lings, 18 lings going to attack. Where will it go? As we can see now, the alarm is being rang. Zerg Overlord checking this base by legit shield. I don't think that is a good building placement. And here we are, fast attack being created by legit shield. And this will be creating a lot of damage for our Zealot yellow player. Now our red team trying to rescue their teammate, but unfortunately this is just too much Zerglings at the front. This is 12. No, that is 10, and this is 8. So 18, still 18, and more Zerglings being followed up, I think. And now the Nexus is sniped. Legit shield most likely eliminated in this game early at this match. 3 minutes and 40 seconds a Nexus snipe happened. Gateway being sniped back. No more powering up to do. No more probes to produce another Nexus. The reinforcements has arrived, but I don't think it's enough. This is a clean sweep by the blue team. So now the blue team has to go back to their bases because this base is already cancelled out. And there is a lot of zealots running. So we can see a counter attack being brewed by our red team, but they are not yet decided where to attack. Bad Trip going to scout for the left side. Is there any units for our yellow Protoss? Unfortunately, there is not. So our Terran and Protoss will try to end this game. So now there is a signal coming from Rusty Nail telling that there will be an attack sooner than later. Reinforcements, I need you. Zerglings 6 at a time being sent to the fray, and they will try. The Protoss player will try to create a cannon wall so that they will divide and conquer this Zerg base. Bunkers being placed, cannons being produced after this pylon, but the Zerglings spotting the plans created by the red team. Engaging these zealots is not a good idea. They have to have a lot of units. Now drone pool and Zergling on this side. I think our red Zerg team will be able to create a good contain at this area to buy time for their siege tank and crawl slowly forward so that they can siege one Zerg base one at a time. Unfortunately for our player Legit Shield, he's still in the game but not active enough because he has no more nexus to produce any stop and mine this probe. Now bunkers being placed at the front, filled with marines. Defense 1 marks BH. So they have to defend. Baka ikaw target, says Marks PH. Marines being reinforced here to the left, but I don't think Marks will be the first target because they'll be targeting this Rusty Nail base. And now Zealots posturing on the 1 o'clock position. Marines being pulled. I think this is it. Zealot trying to kill the Overlord, but they forgot that they should kill this base immediately. Zealots entering the fray. Good building placement by our Moss player from the blue team. Delaying and distracting the pathing system of our Zealot player. There is just too much sunken colonies, but without Zealot support, these Marines will be vulnerable, and it is held. It is held, and most likely this round will kill all of the remaining Marines of our red Terran player. That was sad. That was a sad play. So now the red team trying to reinforce this contain. As we can see, Zerg growing at a fast rate. Where are the tanks? They have to have tanks at this moment.
Mamaya na ginagawa sa pagliban eh.
So now our Zerg player placing hatcheries here. Lair Tech and Hydras for the 1 o'clock position Zerg. A lot of hatcheries being added in Hydras at the fray for 12 o'clock. And Rusty Nail. Good hold with the sunken placement and Zergling set up now with Spire our Protoss player and Terran player trying to combine their forces in the middle. And I think they'll once again take push this base. Zerglings and Hydras at the front, trying to pose. So this will be the finishing blow for our blue Zergs. This Lurker play and Mutalist play, courtesy of Rusty Nail and Notski. So, but now there is a siege tank at this area. It's now just a tank, an unsieged tank. Lurkers crawling forward one at a time, trying to snipe this pylon. And now they'll be reinforcing this base once again. Zealots at the fray, tanks being positioned so that they will siege this base. Will it be enough? Will this lurker, photon cannon positioning be enough? Will this Terran bunker hold this reinforcement? And now the Reds start to siege this position. Terrans trying to kill, Marines being killed by the Mutalisk and Sunken Colonies. Unfortunately, this push will be for naught because our Zerg player has a lot of air units, and look at this, no anti-air for this push. And now slowly but surely this lurker setup is breaking. Another siege tank being sniped. And I don't think that this encampment created by the Protoss and the Terran will hold just enough. Great usage of medics, healing all those zealots back to one piece. Dragoons at the front. And now as we can see, zealots, Mutalisk trying to hunt and most likely deal damage in this area. Marks PH and Notski go, and Notski replied, KK, they will be diving this encampment. Siege tank needs to be sieged. There is a lot of cannons at the front, but I don't think this area is good for attacking. Well, if you have a lot of numbers, that wouldn't be a case, because as you can see, our blue Zerg base is slowly but surely destroying this encampment created by the red. Unfortunately, that is a lot of siege tank and cannons the red team holds. There are now more tanks at the fray. Dragoons being added 5 at a time. The Protoss 5. Okay, Bad Trip says GG. Pain in the ass says GG. GG is called. I forgot this Mutalist flock. There's no more reinforcement, and that is it. Our best of 3 is done. 2-0 in favor of Rustin, Marks PH, and Notski. Great games.